Hello, welcome to day 3 of driver appreciation. Um, as you see, it's myself, Linda Dominy, and we have Corey Webster here today. We have several special guests coming on. I
Hey,
just wanted
everybody.
I just want to again say welcome to day 3 of virtual driver appreciation. We hope you enjoyed Monday's video. Monday's video had Dave Jackson along with 2 of our drivers, Melissa Purser and Walter Duke. Yesterday, we were fortunate enough to have the founders, 2 of the founders on with us, Kevin and Keith Knight. And don't forget to watch the entire episode because at the very end, we get to give away prizes, and they're pretty cool prizes. These
Linda,
videos.
tell them where you're broadcasting from.
Oh, today I'm live at Abilene Transport there in Richmond, Virginia. So I happen to be in Virginia this week. I'm visiting my daughter who had a baby. And so while I was there, I figured it's just a few miles away. I'd swing by into Abilene and say hello. But okay, anyways, back to the thing. I want to make sure that everybody, if you missed any of the videos, which hopefully you haven't, but let's say you have, you can go to Facebook, you can go to the Instagram, you can go to YouTube, or you can just go to your driver portal and they're on there. Don't forget though, we want to make sure that you're playing the games. We have a different game every single day. Tuesday's game was famous landmarks. And today's game is going to test your ability to unscramble some trucker words. So remember, go to the links to the games that are on the portal and make sure you play. And every driver who plays a game will be entered into a raffle. And these are additional prizes besides the 5 that we're going to give away today. So let me tell you what's going on today, Corey.
Great. I'm excited.
We're going to El Paso. We're going to be able to see Ivan and Lydia down in El Paso and check out driver appreciation there. We have our very own 4 million miler Joe Philpott here with us today, which is super exciting. And then, of course, we've got Whitney Buck, who is here to help us and give us a special message from our partners with Children's Miracle Network. That's a charity organization who we are partnering up with, and I'm sure she'll have a lot more to talk about. So right now, let's, Corey, you want to do the honor of introducing our guests, Lydia and Ivan?
I hope that they can join us here in just a second. So first of all, I want to tell everybody that I love going to El Paso, dear to my heart. As one of our first sales guy, I used to cover that area for sales way back when, before we even had a terminal there. So with us now is Ivan and Lydia. Hi, you guys.
Hey, welcome.
Good to see your face, and thank you for joining us for our Driver Appreciation Week. So tell us how things are down in El Paso.
So welcome, and thank you guys so much for everything that you do. We're really, truly grateful, and just super excited. This week's been great so far. We've had awesome breakfast. We've had all kinds of activities. We've got raffles going on and some awesome lunch menu options, and so we're really excited. We've been really active in our social media platforms to just put the information out there so that if you are coming by this area, you can stop by and, just that's what you are, part of the family. Drop them by. We'd love to serve you and hoping to see you soon. Lydia is here with me, as was mentioned, and so she's going to show us some of the prizes that we're giving out in our daily raffle. And we also have a raffle at the end of the week, which will take place on Saturday the 19th. And what we're doing is we're kind of doing like a bigger, we're maximizing our reach really, and putting out a raffle. We're having a backing challenge, a pre-trip challenge. And so we sent out a mass email to all of the El Paso drivers to kind of give them a heads up what we're going to be looking for and to give them an opportunity to brush up on their pre-trip skills, and so we're going to be doing that, giving some more gift cards and stuff like that. But that's welcome to awesome. All drivers. So if you're out there, you're in the area and you'd like to come by and maybe participate or just to enjoy some of the good food that we have, then, stop on by. So Lydia?
One thing we're doing is a daily raffle as well during our lunch hour. So I think it was about 12:30 is when we pull the ticket, whoever is here. So we're hoping drivers can stay yesterday we had several drivers able to join, have lunch with us, and we did the raffle at the end. So it had some goodies, some tools, pair of gloves that we got, a lot of pens, Sharpies, new vest, notepad in here, and then also a tire gauge. So some great things to have on the road, and then also in a night bag. And then of course, at every terminal, we're doing our gift for every driver, which Oscar's gonna come on over. We have one of our drivers who just came in just a little bit ago. His little girl.
Awesome.
His last name is actually Knight. So.
Oh, Oscar Knight.
Yeah.
Hi, Oscar.
Oh, look at Oscar's little girl.
Oh,
yeah. And how long has he been?
Outstanding.
For like 4 months, right?
4 months, 5 months.
Yeah.
Now?
He's been with us. I don't know why he didn't join with us first since his last name is Knight,
Yeah, he keeps asking me.
but yeah, he's been with us and doing an awesome job. So
Now, who's your daughter?
Oh, come on, Mama. Little Sony Night.
yeah. Say hi, guys.
Say hi, Mama.
Hi.
Hi, Mama.
Oh, how old is she?
She's 2 years old.
Oh,
That's so great. Thanks for
she's
bringing
hanging
that
out with
up.
Daddy today. That's
Yes,
awesome.
Daddy Dave.
And
If you can
Oscar-
her hair, he definitely says.
Thank you for all you do. We
Thank you,
certainly
guys.
appreciate our driving associates.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we are getting ready for lunch. We are right at the right time. So we can go out and see Isaac, who's on the grill right now.
Yeah, let's do that, guys. And before we do, I want to throw in there, though, I know that it was mentioned previously that there's going to be some additional information for the Children's Network. And so please, guys, pay close attention to that. Really great cause. So we really support it here in El Paso and hope you can join us. So come with us. We'll take you outside and show you where some of the food prep's taking place. And just come on over and join us.
Wait,
All right,
hey,
awesome.
Ivan, while you're doing that, Ivan, can you still hear me?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about El Paso and how many driving associates you have, how many tractors you operate while you're walking out there.
Yeah, while you're out there.
Yeah, so we had a total of 124 tractors last year. We're up to 147, and so
Oh,
about
wow.
160 of our driving associates. And
That's awesome.
we've had some growth. You know, we definitely have. We've done some changes. There's always room for improvement, and we've definitely done a really good job in identifying those and really strengthening our culture. And before we go outside, gotta let you guys know though, we've got a little bit of remodeling, making your driver's lounge look a lot better. So you might see some ladders and stuff, but that's just because we're installing some screens, and our driver's lounge was recently remodeled, so it's looking really good. But I want to show you guys our mission statement, which we recently put. You can take a look of that there, and so it just really shows our foundation, what it's based on and what we're founding upon, which is integrity, mutual trust, respect, accountability, superior follow through, and really having a spirit of excellence, and behind me you'll see some of the new screens that we're getting installed, which look really good. But we are working hard to have that spirit of excellence, being very welcoming, making ourselves available, just everything in appreciation to what everybody out there does, all of our driving associate and family.
Hey, I just want to mention, I love the streamers hanging up. Y'all did a great job.
Yeah, for sure. We got balloons going. We got the streamers. It's looking really good. So we'll continue our walk out there. And looks like here comes one of our family driver managers and family. So we're live on video.
Hi.
Hi, welcome to night.
Hi. I saw you guys at church on Sunday in front of me.
Oh, awesome. All right. Come on.
Can't you just feel a sense of community, Linda?
Absolutely, you can.
Our terminal in El Paso.
El Paso. Yeah, I just love all the. Oh, here we go.
I lost you with the volume a little bit, but we also have one in the front gate, super awesome. And again, just showing that art from our heart, that appreciation. And come on through. Here's Isaac. He's our driver development manager.
Busy on the grill.
Isaac on the grill.
What's going on? Why don't you tell us a bit about yourself there?
Hi, I'm Isaac. I've been with Knight for about to be 5 years. I'm currently the driver development manager for El Paso and chef. Cook for the day. Like a little bit of everything, but yeah, really enjoying Knight and showing appreciation to our drivers on this week. and I mean every week, but especially this.
Especially this week.
Absolutely.
All right. So steak tacos on the menu today, guys. If you're in the area, come on by. It's gonna look amazing.
Oh yeah, they look amazing. I wish I was close by.
My mouth is watering.
Mine too. Isaac, the next time we're out, Isaac,
For breakfast. So
did you say you made pancakes for breakfast? Is that what you said, Lydia?
You guys good with this?
we had pancakes, eggs, and bacon for breakfast.
Oh,
Our DPP
wow.
instructor got those taken care of this morning. Very good.
oh, that's awesome.
I think what's happening is you're further away from the Wi-Fi signal, so it's probably slowing down just a little bit.
Probably. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, I know
Hey,
there was
guys,
one
well,
more thing.
Hope to see you here. Yes.
I think it was, do you happen to have any drivers there that, I know you are cleaning windshields.
We actually are, yes. We don't have any in line right now, but the way that we're doing it is as we see drivers are going outbound, especially if they came into the office, we're letting them know that we're coming out and doing that. So we're doing windshields, the mirrors. We even have been squeegeeing the actual glass. And looks like as we're saying that, there's somebody getting ready to go out. But did you guys want to maybe walk out there and check that out? Hopefully we can
No,
capture.
I just wanted to at least make sure that we let the drivers know that that was happening there. I seen the pictures on Facebook and loved it.
For sure. And as a driver myself, I know the importance of having that increased visibility. And so we even are cleaning the headlights so as, they go throughout the day, take off of some of that film. But really showing our drivers, what we're about and continue to give that support as they're out there rolling.
What's
Is
the
awesome.
temperature out there today?
Say that again, I'm sorry?
Yeah, what's the temperature outside today while you're barbecuing?
Temperature? We're looking about the 80s, about upper 80s, so pretty nice. We got a shade going here, so we're in good shape.
Yeah, that's good.
Awesome.
So we
Well,
hope
all
our
right.
drivers will stop by El Paso if they're pulling through town and take and get some of that hospitality.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for taking the time,
guys.
Ivan and Lydia. Isaac, y'all doing a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Okay, see you guys.
Bye-bye. Bye. All right, Corey.
Great. Thank you. Hey, next we'd like to invite and introduce you to one of our very special guests. We have with us Joe Philpott, and he is distinguished himself having joined Night Transportation. Hi, Joe. Can you hear us?
There. How are you today?
So,
Yeah, Joe joined us in 1995 and has been a valuable member of our team since then. In fact, how many miles have you driven with Night Transportation, Joe?
Well over 4 million.
Over 4 million miles.
that's just awesome.
It's
I
mind-boggling.
I have a lot of buffets to prove it.
You do. So I'd like to see how many times around the moon that would be if you drove 4 million miles, right? I'll have to figure that out.
I heard it was 8 round trips to the moon and back.
8 round trips to the moon.
That's what I was told. I didn't figure it out myself. But
So, we want to recognize all of our drivers that make a career of driving at Night Transportation, and that's why we developed the Million Miler program. But from somebody that's joined Night, what was it like? What helped you make the decision, Joe, to come and work at Night Transportation?
well, my history is my granddad was a logger, and I spent all my time over in Aberdeen, Washington during the summers, and the logging trucks would go by with unmuffled Jake brakes, and I went to sleep with that at night. So I knew when I retired out of the military that I was going to do things that I enjoyed in life, and trucking was one of them. And I went through the school in Tucson, and a friend of mine actually worked here, Rusty Cutbirth, at night, and told him I was going to go to work for this large company back east, and he said, "Oh, no, you're not." He goes, "You're going to come to work for Night." And they had just over 300 trucks when I started there, and And I came up here and was interviewed for about 30 minutes, and I interviewed poor Tracy for 2 hours. And when I got done, I said, well, I'm not going to work for night. And he said that he just kind of looked at me with a dumbfounded look. And I said, well, I'm going to work for my family, and night will be taken care of. And I think I fulfilled that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
That's a great way to look at it. So just because you've had so much experience, number one, how, if a driver is productive and wants to make that a goal, how long would it take a guy to get 1 million miles?
A little bit different driving styles in the earlier days with the electronic logs and everything. You don't have the luxury of being able to kind of go over a little bit on, with the weather and whatnot. But we're looking at about 7.5 to 8.5 years. And, it's just real good management of your time and your logs. I mean, obviously you have your 10-hour breaks, and you take your breaks, you get your rest, but you get ready to go at 10:01. I was ready to go. It was always having that management down and your trip already planned out, and always maybe tweaking your route a little bit. There was many times that I could get to a place a lot quicker, and I'm not saying in speed, but in miles, saving fuel, saving miles, saving log time, and just by managing my route. And if it looked like it was pretty much out of route, then I would talk with dispatch about it, and we would get things ironed out. And most of the time, I was always okayed with it, and it was just good management.
That's good.
That's awesome.
I think managing your daily routine, your time is one of the factors that can really help any driver be prepared for the eventualities that come. As we know, trucking is different every single day, right, Joe?
Every day, every
Absolutely.
load.
This is an industry that is like none other. It's not an 8 to 5 job. Sometimes your day starts at 1 o'clock in the morning, and understanding that will help you. I mean, some of my Mondays and Tuesdays are on Wednesday and Friday. You just never know what that's at. And understanding how the industry works, I think, helps you quite a bit.
So what has kept you safe through all of those 4 million miles?
It's not only having the laws or the standards and policies of the company, but to have personal standards and goals. I've had rest and then take off, and an hour later, I'm starting to zone out. I stop and walk around, or 5-hour energies were my friend. But it doesn't matter if you're tired, caffeine, that doesn't work. You have to stop and take a nap. A power nap can really help you out a lot. We have the 30-minute break we have to take. Take a 30-minute break. Take a nap. Set the time. Set your timer to go off, your alarm, and get that rest. Driving is constant energy given time, and it does wear us out, especially in traffic. So just getting rest, taking naps, getting out and walking around the truck, do just a courtesy check. And the thing is you get your blood moving, and get you're sitting all the time. It gets that blood pool throughout the whole body.
Yeah,
right.
That's good. You know what? We found that out during the COVID. Now that many of us are relegated to working from home, we end up sitting for a long time because we're not moving around and going to meetings and meeting with you guys, Joe. And so it does really work if you get up and move around.
That's your statement.
Level. So, Linda, you've got some stats here that you'd like to share and have Joe, right, talk about, you guys.
Yes. So we do. We wanted to recognize just a few drivers right now who have been working hard to deliver the loads here. And so first of all, we want to talk about the driver who has driven the most miles in 2020. And this is going to be by company and then overall. And so the first one is Dry Van, and it's Ray Darnell. And he runs out of our Indy yard. So far in 2020, he's driven 141,781 miles.
Wow.
I know. For our port division is Joe Stevens out of AZ Port, and he's driven 113,000 miles, 791. For our refrigerated division is Joel Martinez out of Lakeland Refrigerated. He's driven 118,000 miles, 844. And Ray Darnell out of Indy has driven the most miles out of the entire company so far, which is
If I might interject right here, Linda, to run those kind of miles in a year, and this year's not even up, that's attention to detail. That
Absolutely.
is, you're at work. When you're at work, you're at work. You're
Yep.
on the job, and you are watching your paperwork, your logs. You're maximizing your time. It's a lot of effort, and when you put that effort in, we're seeing the results to that.
Yeah, for sure.
Great comment, Joe, because a lot of times just the demographics of our loads, you might get a load that's a 350-mile load. So you've still got time on your clock once you've driven that far.
Yeah.
So, but if you're, like you said, conscientious in planning and working with your driver manager,
Absolutely,
they can get you another load, or they can get you a local delivery to keep income coming in for those hours that you need to drive.
These kind of miles I'm seeing, I'm sure that these guys, as soon as they get their dispatch or they get a pre-plan, the next word out of their mouth is, what am I doing after that? What's the next one after that? And that is keeping your driver manager enthused and knowing that you want to work and that you just want to keep going as much as you can. That energizes them, and they start putting a plan together, and you just go from one right to the other, and then pretty soon the miles start adding up. And for me, I'm not out there just to get the miles. It was to make a paycheck for my family, and that's
Right.
what drove me out there. The challenge is out there. The company's not going to be the one that energizes me. When I turn around and I look at my sons and I look at my grandkids that I have and how my life is affecting their life, I work harder for them.
Difference.
Yeah, I work harder for them. And the next thing you know, the miles show up.
That's true. All right. Well, let's continue on.
Yeah.
So we were looking to see who's the longest driver. So they started as a driver. They're still working as a driver. I know, Joe, you came in, what'd you say? But Joe, you're now in the office, so you weren't in this category.
I want to be out there. I miss it every day. I don't miss the scale houses, and I don't miss some of the shippers, but I definitely miss the driving side.
Right. So these are drivers who are started as drivers and are still currently drivers. So if you're a driver that are in the office and you don't see your name, you're like, hey, I was there longer. That's why we're looking for drivers who are still drivers. So the longest running male is Larry Brown. He's out of our AZ refrigerated division, and he was hired. Actually, he was acquired from Rhodes West, but it's April 30th, 1994 is when we officially got Larry Brown. For a female is Esther Martinez. She's out of Arizona Dry, September 28th, 1995. For our owner ops, Peter Moppet out of Salt Lake Refrigerated. He was hired August 14th, 1996. And Jennifer Carver out of Atlanta Dry. She was hired June 4th, 2010. And these are as owner ops. So the trainer who has trained the most trainees goes to Dry Van, James Crawford out of Portland Dry Van, who has trained 10 drivers. Kenneth Larson out of Vegas Ports, who's done 5 drivers. Joel Martinez, who we've seen earlier, Lakeland Refrigerated, has trained 6 drivers. And the person who's trained the most drivers for the entire company is James Crawford out of Portland.
Congratulations. Just think of how many people picked up good habits from James.
I know, that's just
think of the courage of these guys going out with guys right from the beginning. That's I take my hat off to them.
Yeah, and we're always looking for trainers, female trainers, male trainers. If you're interested in training, please, please, please talk to your terminal manager and let's get you signed up. We desperately need trainers. Okay, the driver who has hauled the most loads for Dry Van, it's Brett Lavender and he is working for Salt Lake local division. He's hauled 44 loads. That's this year. Robert Eubanks out of Vegas Ports, 1,438 loads. And Philip Saylor out of Dallas Refrigerated, 1,090 loads. For the company, Brett Levedar, 1,444 loads out of Salt Lake. He is hauling like crazy.
Put that mildly.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of loads. That's just this year. That's pretty cool. So, so before we part, Joe, I would like to know if what advice you have for new drivers coming in to the industry to help them be successful.
I think the most important thing for me was I was working for my family, so I worked hard, but I took great detail in my truck and its maintenance. And I always showed my appreciation to the shop. I give a shout out to the shop every chance I get. If our truck don't work, we don't make money. And those guys do a great job. Sometimes they have a turnover of mechanics, but we always seem to have people that care. I think the other thing is what a major thing is communication. We have challenges. This is a tough industry, and sometimes we don't see what's going on behind the scenes with the DMs, the planners, the sales, and everything. We have a slow season, and a lot of us don't understand that. And they're working hard to get us freight. I mean, we want our company to be successful. And when we have challenges, sometimes my DMs and I did not see eye to eye on things. I would come in and we'd sit down and we'd have different meetings, and we would get to know each other. We'd talk about things. Oh, I didn't know about you or anything. And sometimes people hold information back just to get their way. And I started telling them too much, but I seemed to get better loads because I was forthcoming in what I really wanted and what I needed. And usually if I had to talk to my DM a third time, if it was something negative, I got the terminal manager involved, and I've never had to go above a terminal manager. We've always got things and issues resolved. And it didn't come into shouting matches and things like that. It always stayed positive. And when you stay positive and you communicate, these things will dissipate and go away. And I gave myself 30 seconds a day to whine, and they didn't roll over. If I didn't use it one day, it didn't roll over. It was only 30 seconds a day. And if I found myself whining on there, I go, hey, was that over 30 seconds or getting close? So, I mean, we don't have time for that. It's not productive. So that's what I gave myself. But pretty much it was the shop, communication, taking care of my tractors. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Communication, I agree.
That's such great advice, Joe. Thank you. And thanks for joining us today.
Oh, my pleasure. It's a joy. I'm going to go out here and get some food here with the other drivers. And a lot of them I know. I've been working out of the North office. They brought me into training. I thought I was going to retire, but Brad Hart wouldn't let me. So I have a grudge against him right now about that. But I'm down here. They've moved our program down here to the yard. So I'm around my peoples. I'm a lot happier down here. So I'm going to go out here and rub some elbows and slap some heads.
Thank you, Joe.
All right. Thank you. God bless.
Hey, Linda. Now it's time to introduce another one of our team members, Whitney.
Hi, Linda. Hi, Corey.
How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Great. I've had the great pleasure of working with Whitney for the past 5 years, and she is an amazing team member. Whitney, tell us really fast some of the things you've done in the last 5 years.
Last 5 years? Well, I started with Knight. It'll be 9 years in October.
Wow.
So I've worked in our logistics department a good majority of that time. And then I had the honor of a year ago to work with Mr. Dave Jackson himself, our president and CEO. So I had the honor to work alongside him for a little bit. And now I am in my new role as our director of our national charity efforts here at Knight Transportation.
You know, and that's an amazing thing. Knight has always felt like that it's important to give back to the community. And that's been really important. And so lots of our terminals do that on an individual basis. But would you tell us a little bit more about your new role and our partnership with the Children's Miracle Network?
Yeah, absolutely. And then first off, I just want to wish everyone a happy Driver Appreciation Week. I hope everyone's hearts and bellies are full and you are feeling all of our love and appreciation this week. We appreciate you every day, all day, but especially, right now. So Night Transportation, we are a new partner this year with Children's Miracle Network Hospitals, and they are our national charity effort. Children's Miracle Network Hospitals raises funds and awareness for 170 member hospitals that provide 32 million treatments each year to kids across the US and Canada. So yeah, it's amazing what they do. Children's hospitals, they rely on financial donations for many daily aspects that insurances don't cover, like life-saving equipment, charitable care for families who are struggling to make ends meet, cutting-edge research, virtual care, and then child life resources to help kids and families manage stress and anxiety. And of course, daily operations to ensure kids have care, close to home when they need it the most. Super excited for this partnership. As you all are aware, we're a decentralized organization where we have a terminal in almost every state of the US. Well, we align with over 36 of those 170 member hospitals. So this partnership's so great because not only it's Children's Miracle Network, but we're helping out our local children's hospital. So any money that you donate to Children's Hospital goes to your children's hospital in where you live and where you operate out of. So for instance, out here in Phoenix, it's Phoenix Children's Hospital. So I know any money, and donations that I'm able to make goes directly to Phoenix Children's Hospital. And I'm so honored to have Phoenix Children's in our backyard. They just do amazing things. And I wanted to hop on here because I have a special message that a very special little girl by the name of Chloe would like to share with you all. Chloe was diagnosed with leukemia at the age of 5, and she received amazing treatment at her local Children's Miracle Network Hospital, which was Asante Rogue Regional in Oregon. And Chloe's dad, his name's Jason, he just so happens to be an over-the-road truck driver. He has daily routes from East Coast to West Coast, and so I would like to share Chloe's message right now. Well, let's hear from Chloe.
Hi, it's Chloe, the 2018-2019 National Ambassador for Children's Miracle Network Hospitals. When I was 5 years old, I was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia, and now as of March of 2020, I am 5 years cancer-free. I would just like to thank all of our partners for everything they do to keep America fueled up and running. We couldn't do it without you. Bye!
Yeah, so that's Chloe. She's such a sweetheart, and it's just she just got some amazing care, and it was all thanks to partners like ourselves and other people who contribute to CMN hospitals. So I just want everyone to keep an eye out in the next few weeks on how you can get involved right away. Specifically, we will now have the opportunity for you, if you wish to donate to Children's Miracle Network hospitals, more specifically your local children's hospital, via payroll deduct. And it's going to be super easy for our driving associates. You can just pop onto your driver portal, go under payroll, and you can select a donation that you would like to make an ongoing contribution. So thanks, everyone. I appreciate it. I'll turn it back over to Linda and Corey.
Thank you, Whitney.
It's a pleasure to have
Thanks.
you with us. And that's such a great cause. Hey, can you guys still hear me? Linda, can you hear me?
We can.
I was having trouble with one of my mics, and so I had to switch in the middle.
Oh, yeah,
So,
I still hear you.
Now let's have some fun. What do you say?
Well, we've got one last special guest.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Bring on our special guest.
We're saving the best for last.
The best for last. So it's my pleasure to introduce to you the first dispatcher at Night Transportation. This is Carl Ames. He's been with us for 30 years, right, Carl?
Right.
30, I think it's 30 years, 3 months, 15 days, 4 hours, right?
Yeah, exactly. You got it right.
Exactly. And Carl has seen a lot. One thing I can tell you about Carl is that as being a driver manager, or we call them dispatchers in the day, he has always had the best interest of our driving associates at heart. And whenever he has a chance to meet or know the drivers, he's in heaven. So Carl,
Yes.
any words of wisdom for our driving associates before we give out the prizes?
I just wanted to say that I greatly appreciate every driver who's been with us in past and present, and I just appreciate your hard work, your time away from your family, your safety. You know, it's a hard job. It's a hard job out there to be safe and to deal with traffic and the weather and the customers and dispatchers and everything associated with your doing your job. And I just want to say I greatly appreciate you, and I've always had great respect for the drivers that we've had, and I thank you deeply from my heart for your hard work.
Awesome.
Great. Thanks,
Carl.
Carl.
So it's raffle time. And
Yes, it is.
So this means that, Carl, you're going to pick a number. And this year, because we don't have a jar that we can just pull the names out, we put their names on a spreadsheet. And so you're going to pick a number between 2 and 3,672.
Okay.
So let me tell you the prizes. So the first one that we're going to pull is going to be for a crock pot and a Blue Parrot headset 550. So what is your choice between 2 and 3672?
I want to divide that in half. 3672 divided by 2 in half.
By 2.5? Oh, just divide it by 2.
Yeah, just divide it in half.
Okay, 1836.
1836 is it.
Let's see here. You trying to trick me with my math skills? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yes.
1836. And I'm having to work on a laptop today instead of a big monitor, so bear with me. 1836. I passed it. All right, and the lucky winner is Josh Laws. Josh Laws works in Kansas City Refrigerated. Congratulations, you are a winner of the crock pot and the Blue Parrot headset.
Congrats.
All right, Carl, you get to pick another number. This one is for a Night Yeti cup and a Yeti hopper cooler. Pick a number between 2 and 3672.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Yeah, number 2.
Oh, okay. That's a good one. Let's see here. That is Patrick Abad. He runs out of our Dallas Refrigerated division, and that is a Night Yeti cup and a cooler. All right. The next one is for a Night hoodie and a $200 Amazon gift card.
Okay, good. Okay, let's go with 2017.
2017. All right, that is, come on, 2000. It's definitely not easy on a little laptop. I'm sorry. 2017. Okay, it is Mark Marion He works for our Salt Lake division dry van. You got a night hoodie and a $200 gift card.
Woohoo!
All right. So the next one is a night logo speaker. It's a Bluetooth speaker along with a Beats by Dre Power Beats, the wireless earphones. What is your number?
3672.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. I love his name. His name is Simba. Simba Zuberi. Simba Zuberi. I probably messed that up, and I'm sorry, Simba. Lakeland Refrigerated. You got the speaker and the Beats by Dre.
And that speaker, I've seen the speaker, and it's really cool.
It
You
is
can put it on
really
your
cool.
desk, you can put it on your truck. It's got really good volume, and it's a good memory and a memento from night transportation.
And you can charge your phone, which is really
I
cool.
forgot. You can charge your phone on it.
Yeah. Okay, and the last one is a night toiletry bag and some new comfy bedding for your truck. What's your number, Carl?
Okay, 1001.
Ah, that's just like our truck.
Yeah, that's right.
All
Why I
right.
picked it.
That's why you picked it. Okay, hang on. 1001. Uh-oh, I pressed the wrong button. 100. Come on. All right, that lucky winner is out of our Arizona drive, and it is Mark Farkas.
All right, Mark.
Mark,
He's been driving forever.
Mark's been with us a long time. We know Mark.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's good.
Yeah, y'all know Mark?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
there
Yes.
you go. Well, he
I
has
used to do that thing all the time.
yeah, it looks like he was hired in 1990.
Yeah, he's
He's
been
one
with
of
us
our, I
forever.
think you're one of our first 50, right, Carl?
Yes.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's our rookie driver.
Hey, Carl, nice beard.
Thank you.
I know. I told
Like
him he's
Ron
going to make a
Ryder
good
there.
Santa.
Yep, nice beard. And
Thank
we
you.
really appreciate you joining us today, Carl.
Thank you. I was glad to be excited to get invited. Thank you.
And, thinking that as we celebrate Night Transportation's 30-year anniversary this year, it's fitting to have our first dispatcher on the phone with us.
Thank you
Absolutely.
so much.
Or on the video with us. So is that it, Linda? Is that a wrap? So
That's a wrap.
I personally want to thank everybody that has joined us as we celebrate Driver Appreciation Week. We wouldn't have a company without you guys. And just want to share with you a parting message. The most important thing in our industry is safety. And your safety is our biggest concern. We want, as our primary goal, to have each one of you return safely to your family and friends whenever you're out on the road, and to help keep the rest of the motoring public safe. And it doesn't happen just by design. It happens with like Joe said, it's very consistent, paying attention to detail every day. It was great to have Joe with us today, don't you think?
It was great. It was great to have Joe and Carl. I miss Carl. I never get to see him anymore.
I know, Carl, and thanks to El Paso.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you just feel like you just want to go visit El Paso now?
Absolutely. When I seen those tacos, I was like, oh my gosh, I could really go for some of those tacos.
Well, anyway, it's good to see you, Linda.
It's good to see you too. So
Thanks, everybody.
we have one last broadcast, and that's from it's a short video from a refrigerated account management team to help that they had some of their kids helped create, which is pretty amazing.
And that's a perfect way to say goodbye.
That is a perfect way to say goodbye.
Here's a story of amazing drivers who were busy driving everywhere, till one day they became a part of night, and they knew it was much more than a hunch, that this group must somehow form a family. That's why we want to say thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
That's so awesome.
That was so
I
cute.
love it. So cute.
All right. See you
All
tomorrow.
right.